Starting. What is up, guys? We're coming together with Ins. He's joining me to not to cast the game, but to analyze and see what happened in the game of Rapha and Maxter, which was rescheduled and they played this week. I'm kind of surprised because we all know already the outcome of this match, but maybe I'm not gonna share it with you. Maybe some of you don't know what happened, but I think it's gonna be interesting match. Hello, Bruno.
Hello, Avik.
How was your vacation?
It was great actually. Managed to rest. I'm
You,
back for more Quake.
You chased some sharks and stuff.
Yeah, and the sharks chased me.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna watch the game of Maxter Rapha, and I need to admit that they played actually on a new patch which recently came out, and I think this also can have some impact on the players because I think Maxter compared to Rapha gonna adapt to new patch much faster than Rapha. I think Rapha needs much more time to adapt to new things. So I think that might have some impact. We're not gonna go into the picks because the video gonna be too long. We're gonna jump straight away into the game, and I think first map of them was DM6, which
should be interesting.
Which is super good map for both. I think we got Anarchy and Slash, and I think it's 50-50 matchup as I said before many times. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Rapha has a really good Anarchy. Maxter has a good Slash. This is a very rail heavy map.
I think what Maxter needs to do, he needs to try to control the top at least and try to listen to the map because I think Anarchy gonna make a lot of noises. He also needs to make sure that he has railgun and he tries to abuse it, and then wait for some kind of opener with Tribolt or Rocket. I heard Rocket's splash is super hard like on this patch.
Yeah, also hitting rail seems to be a little bit harder due to the lag compensation being lowered a little bit. We'll see. I think more than the rail, I think LG suffers a bit more.
Okay, so here we've seen a little bit of mistake from Maxter. I think he was just a bit late for Megas, and it gave chance to Rapha to make a lot of damage, but he didn't actually use that moment. So it's good for Maxter. He's still in the game and he's still controlling everything. We'll see.
Yeah,
what
a little bit
gonna
lucky.
Do. Yeah.
That Rapha missed absolutely everything. Here, this is a good push by Maxter. He's doing some damage.
Yep.
A bit risky to go that close with the LG when he had the machine gun. He ended up paying for it, and Rapha, perfect timing on the map. Oh, he's actually gonna go up.
Yeah, so here he actually get whole control, and what he did really good is like the bridge area is super important on this map. If you let the guy get the heavy and stay on the bridge, you can make huge difference.
Yeah, like Maxter's speed going back to the mag and protecting it was the most important thing, and Rapha is actually forced to not attack the heavy to try and defend the mag after. So he's switching position with Maxter. Sadly, he misses yet another rail. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to defend the mag in time. Okay, good damage.
Yeah, Rapha doing everything perfectly, and what I realized about Rapha, he sticks to his ability a lot, so he always uses it in right moment, which is also super good. I think what Rapha needs to do, is to try to collect this green before getting heavy armor.
Oh, that's a great prediction by Maxter. I don't think Rapha expected him to be there at all. Rapha probably expecting him to be at the heavy already. So if Maxter can take this opportunity now to be a bit more aggressive, he can be granted the first frag.
Yep, Rapha is in a bit of a trouble now. I think what Maxter needs to do, Maxter knows that the lower green is up before heavy. I think he needs to take the same route as he did before. Try to do the damage or prevent it at least. I don't know if he can make it to the heavy. It's gonna be risky, but he's doing again a really good job. So he's taking the top. He decided to not do damage this time, which is weird.
That is a little bit weird.
That's a good ray gun though.
Yeah. At least he made some damage on the route from heavy to mega. So again, he's granted the mega. You can see it's a very positional game. Both players opting to really favoring the bridge position over taking the heavy, so just so they can do damage. Rapha actually before the heavy going top just to try and bully Maxter away so he can get the heavy, but Maxter being smart about it as well.
Yeah, Maxter playing super good positional wise. He's always making sure to make some damage to Rapha, because from the very beginning of the map already for 3 minutes, Rapha is controlling heavy and Maxter is controlling the mega health, so they split them up. So it's as it's supposed to be in a matchup as Anarchy Slash, like you kinda playing it slow, you cannot make too many risks. This is interesting.
Which is funny, because when people see two light champions, people usually expect the game to be fast, but exactly because they're both so fast, the pace tends to be very slow, because it's very snowbally. So you don't want to give up a first frag ever.
Exactly, as you said, because like if you kill a squishy and then you rail it off spawn, it's basically you deny him the game for another minute. So it's super important not to die as squishy. Not squishy against squishy only, but in general, if you play light champion, you cannot really die.
Really good damage by Rapha. He was even trying to, you know, force another damage exchange so he could get this item, because Rapha really likes to take damage before taking the items, so he doesn't have to shoot himself.
Exactly, and now we see that he speed up the game a little bit. He knows that he has a window open to make a frag in another like 5-10 seconds. He needs to deny this mega health. And it's
probably gonna try to force the fight before. No, doesn't try to. Now he needs to go. Oh, that's a great rocket.
If not this rocket, Maxter was in super hard position. He was like without any armor, and Rapha was fully stacked, and he has injection on top of it.
Oh, and another bit of damage. Maxter really being clutch with his shots. If not for the... Oh my god, another?
Yeah. This is saving him really big time. Like those rockets, those ray guns. I hope he doesn't take a jump at.
I really like this rocket jump by Rapha.
The green is coming up here, but Maxter is super low. He cannot contest.
He's gonna die for sure.
Yeah, he needs to stay alive as long as possible. I think this is the Quake Champions where you need to stay alive as long as possible, because one rocket is changing the outcome of the game. Like this,
god.
See? He's just taking control back, and he's getting heavy now. So imagine he died like 10 seconds ago, it will be like much different. Well,
and now he dies, but
he still died, but he had a chance to really like toss it.
Rapha can't really bully him away. Oh, he managed to somehow bully him away from the Mega and pick it up on himself. That's like best case scenario for Rapha. But Maxter, he didn't get the Mega, but he didn't die either. He barely took any damage.
Yep.
So
now it's problem for Maxter. He cannot stop Rapha before this heavy, so he needs to he needs to concede it.
Yeah, and he still has to pick up the weapons. He picked up an LG, but no rail yet.
But he still took a good position on Rocket, so at least he's kinda safe for now. Rapha as Anarchy cannot really get to him that easily without Rocket jumping.
Oh, I'm surprised Rapha committed back to the Mega, because he wasn't going to the Mega. Oh, it's big LG fight. Maxter not committing. He didn't go for the Mega so that he could protect the rail, but then he realized, oh, Maxter's gonna take the Mega.
Well, I'm surprised he still pushed this one.
Yeah.
I think there is still green on pillars. Or he took it no, he took it previously.
No, he took it previously. So that push there, that was a mistake, I think.
Okay.
He kind of gave Rapha the next 30 seconds.
Yeah. He had to give up this mega health, which is making things complicated for him. But from the very beginning, we see Maxter is doing such a great job, like doing damage after the big item pickup and stopping Rapha on his rotations, which is like, which is delaying him a lot. But it's 7-minute mark, so it's like the game looks super stable for Rapha now. If I had to bet, I would say that Rapha gonna like win this game 9 out of the 10 times at least. He just really needs to make sure to do some damage and do one more frag at least, but he's missing a lot of shots this map.
The thing is, Maxter is like so good defensively that even after being like, oh, now he's definitely gonna. Oh, he actually gets the mutual. That's insane for him. That is actually amazing.
And he got a good spawn. I thought he's gonna go for rail, but
same. Okay, gets the light. No rail though.
And has position on the mega, so it's not bad. He knows it will. Now. He knew that it will take ages for Rapha to get the railgun, so he came there to deny or at least do some damage. He's super good with it on this map. Like literally, he's doing damage whenever he can, and he's doing a lot of it.
Being very sneaky. He knows where Rapha is, but he really needs that rail. That getting rail there, it's fine if he ends up getting a rail.
I'm surprised he kinda wanted to maybe concede the heavy, or he was getting the sounds because it's Anarchy. But it's good that he decided to go for it. Yeah, if he enters TP and deals some damage with heavy machine gun or rail him, it will be also perfect without taking too much damage. Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm more surprised that Rapha conceded both the heavy and the rail there. I'm not sure what the plan was there for Rapha.
I don't know.
Do that at the LG.
Yeah, I think first of all he thought that Maxter is already on heavy and he's blocking this ramp, which is hard to push with Anarchy. And second of all, it's 2-1 score, so maybe Rapha tries to play already a little bit defensive, but he never does that, to be honest.
Yeah. So that because of that, now he gave Maxter a lot of space, and Maxter should be able to get this frag.
Yeah.
Not as clean.
Yeah, Rapha still did a lot of damage, so he really needs to fight for this heavy from top somehow. At least do damage or do something. But he decided to go for rail anyway.
Oh
my god.
We found the angle.
I think there is some BS coming out from Rapha now. I think he thought he was invisible when he was dropping down from the rail.
Yeah, but because Maxter dropped down and went to the right, there was still a very small angle.
And now what Slash has advantage over Anarchy? I think Slash can easily like run away from Anarchy, especially that she hears him all the time.
In the speed matchup.
That was risky.
Very.
Jesus.
Somehow still gets it, but there was potential for that.
What I will do actually, if I was running away through the main, like from the center of the map, I would go stairs, like LG stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, we jump straight away to the another map.
Wow.
It's classic matchup. It's a really good pick for Rapha. I remember 1 or 2 years ago, Rapha was really loving to play Ranger into Nyx.
This feels like a Toxic versus Syria matchup from the start.
Yeah.
Both players just going MG versus MG.
Yep. MG is a strong weapon, so he's good.
Maxter playing Nyx.
Yeah, Maxter cannot die, as we spoke before. Yeah.
Wow.
Such a
That's an amazing shot.
Yep. He just needs to deal a lot of damage here and just.
And he does.
Whoa. I think he had the chance to kill him there even.
Yeah.
Yep, he was railable.
It was insane. He even did so much damage, but almost getting the kill, that would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, that would make Rapha angry definitely, because it was his frag. So what Rapha gonna do for this mega health? Do you think he's gonna try to deal some damage and get heavy, or he gonna go all in with ore? Yeah.
Okay, he does try to do some damage. I think his focus was just on getting the top light. And keeping the timing. So he kept the timing, he got the top light, and now he's back on the best position.
Yeah, Maxter has his invis back, so he needs to play slow and use it whenever he can next time.
Rapha probably assumes that Maxter might have one light to play with. But Maxter, with no armor to play with, he's likely not going to attack any of these items. He'll probably try to get the one that Rapha didn't. Rapha here, I'm surprised he didn't just push in after hitting the rail. A bit more conservative than I would have expected.
I think he really knows about the invis, so he knew that it's no point to push through the choke there. Like, this T area is super hard to push against Nyx. She can double jump on the walls and stuff like this.
I expected him to either push or just to force the Ghost Walk, or at least try to delay the heavy so that he can get both items next. But items are still pretty much synced.
But here is a little mistake from Maxter, I would say. Like, leaving this mega health.
Yeah.
He cannot get rail after the heavy, I wanted to say, and he did it perfectly. He sacrificed his invis, but at least this rail would put him out of control definitely for the next like 30-40 seconds.
I like that Rapha is the one playing close to the time shards now.
True.
Now he'll probably try to push for the mega. He tried to go for a rail. Nope, nothing. So Maxter gets a mega health for free.
I was
should be able to get the time shard as well.
Yeah, it will be back soon, and they don't seem to play super aggressive and fast, so he doesn't need to worry about it at the moment. He's just gonna keep the T control, which is proper way to play as Nyx. And I think what he can do is actually he could try to rail him.
Oh wow, he does
that's
twice.
even more than I expected. Yeah.
Rapha actually rocket jumped in 20 HP.
Super good, super good.
Oh, and
And Maxter
he's through the mega.
backed off. That's good play on the sound and predictions and predicting opponents. It's super good.
The angle there was almost hit by Max.
Yeah. What Maxter needs to do now is like to get to Rapha close without getting too much damage. I would try to maybe use Invis through the T somehow and get to Rapha when he didn't have orb yet. That will be super effective.
Yeah. With Orb, you just can't waste the invis aggressively.
Okay.
Oh my god, another rail.
I think Maxter really needs to push after the heavy.
Okay, good damn.
Yep.
Spam there.
Just push as much as he can.
Nice.
And if it's getting dangerous, just use Invis and push more.
Oh, we find Rapha not expecting Maxter to be there. Probably expected Maxter to push directly, but
yeah,
gives him a rail off spawn as well. This is not good for Rapha.
Okay, now I'm surprised that he's still pushing. Maybe he felt that he has no armor and he wants to reset before next heavy. This is the typical style of Rapha, you know. He just he wants to have full...
he had enough time.
Yeah, he wanted to have full stack for the next heavy, but in this case he sacrificed 2 frags. So I don't know if this exchange is like in favor of him or not. Like it's just his style, which is like always super.
It doesn't work every time, right? Oh wow, be able to get this mag at least, maybe a frag. Didn't work for the previous set of items, but it definitely worked for this.
And
but he needs to convert.
Yeah, see how fast he starts to play. He already makes a lot of pressure. This is what is really good about Rapha. As soon as he gets this control and he feels the blood, he's gonna pressure you till the end. As soon as he frags you or gets you, he will make a lot of pressure on you.
But this is also how Maxter likes to play. He's very comfortable with playing defensively, just keeping the distance. He knows where his opponent is at most of the times.
Exactly.
It goes like it's about to be a really good damage. Took no damage whatsoever from Rapha. Deny that Megan's a little bit more spam damage.
Yeah, he's playing slow, but this allows him to make those kind of damages, you know. Rapha is moving and he's like, he can hear him, so he can like actually rail him or do some damage. It's always easier to defend than to attack. It's like in every single sport, because and in this case, like Rapha always putting himself in a position where he has to attack. See, Maxter is super good with dealing damage.
Yeah.
Like this, he just made 200 damage and they are almost even stack now.
I really like the double jump there.
Yeah, me too. He still has Invis, so he's safe. He just needs to hit another rocket when Rapha is pushing and go Invis, just in case. Yeah.
He'll be forced to Invis.
Whoa.
Yep, there it is.
I don't know why he was facing the wall. I know he didn't want Rapha to see his gun or anything, but...
Maybe.
Okay.
CS tricks, I guess.
Yeah, yep. Rapha now knows that he needs to push a lot. Yeah, but...
Maxter is the only one doing damage.
Whoa. Yep.
Again, a rail.
Yep. Thing is, Rapha is playing super aggressive, so he's very open for those shots.
Yeah.
Like, see? It's like...
Oh, you actually missed that one, but you should get a frag soon. Doesn't even need to go for the items, and there it is. Rapha pretty much forfeiting the frag there, so you can.
I honestly don't see Rapha coming back from this because it gets too far, and now he actually needs to push like all the time if he wants to win the game. Maxter playing extremely good. Which is nice because like last QuakeCon he got the 3rd place, which was super good place for him. And I was a little bit worried in the beginning of this season because he didn't seem to play his best, but the closer it gets to the finals, the better he plays. As you see, he's playing perfectly at the moment.
Yeah, but he started off the year with like he changed places, changed jobs.
Yeah.
So he didn't have that much time to practice or that much focus. But as we're getting closer to QuakeCon, you see him, he's putting in the hours and he's starting to win a lot of more games.
Yeah.
And his shape seems incredible. I think he has a good chance of repeating the feat from last year.
Exactly. And I read somewhere today that if he manages to win his last game against Razy, I think it will put Razy out of top 4 and make him get into the top 4. So it will be extremely good results for the beginning he had.
Zeneku was the one that could have gotten top 4, but he lost to Maxter, so now Maxter kind of stole the spot from Zeneku.
Yeah. Also, I think after last QuakeCon, he also increased his sensitivity by a lot, from what he told me, which is also surprising for me. I don't know why would you change anything in your settings if you performed so good before.
Yeah.
But it seems to work for him, and he doesn't really care.
I mean, if it makes you more comfortable, go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes with settings and stuff, if you start getting too comfortable, sometimes you start performing worse. So it's good to change settings to just force your brain to try harder or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it probably gives you different perspective, and as we spoke about new patch, and it's favoring the Rocket big time. I think higher sense is better now. We'll see how it's gonna be on LAN. We'll see if Garpy gonna be really good. It means that the patch definitely favors the rocket launcher. Okay, I don't remember what was the third map between those two.
Same.
But what I really like about Rapha that he always plays till the end, and it's okay. So for some people, if they are like getting angry or they tilt, they kinda give up, right? So they getting tilted and they give up at some point, some of the players. With Rapha, he's gonna get angry, but he's never gonna give up. He always gonna try hard, and on the next map he really will want to cut your head off, basically.
So get fueled by anger instead of getting tilted.
Yeah, that worked for Cypher actually. I think the most dangerous moment was when Cypher was angry actually, but let's jump to the third map. Okay, it's Visor against Galena. On paper, Visor can have some advantage here because Galena cannot chase him. But the problem is it's Rapha who's chasing opponents. So
yeah, and Rapha already does that normally, and if you give Maxter even more resources to work with, which is what the Galena brings, it's gonna be very hard to chase. And again, even spawns in the rail and already making Rapha pay.
Yeah, I don't really like it. Like all those moves from the beginning from Rapha were super unnecessary. Why?
I like that he went for the aggression, because maybe it has like a 30% chance of working out, but if it does, then he gets the first kill and Maxter doesn't have the rail anymore. Because from Maxter's perspective, he probably did not expect that much aggression. So the surprise factor could maybe make it work, but he was completely ready for it.
True, but I would wait a little bit more and take another chance, because I know that if I would take advantage with Visor, it will make my game much easier. But he ties the game, so everything's good for him. Heavy is coming up next, and we'll see what he's gonna do. He's gonna deny this green. Maybe.
Oh, great. But a glimpse of excessive plus.
Yep, he's actually playing BJ and he shot the rails.
Oh, I'm surprised he died there.
Yeah, me too.
I think he got weirded out with that animation.
Yeah.
And it caused him to lose focus, and Maxter somehow gets the kill.
Yep. Okay, so Max already has 2 totems. He needs to play for that somehow. Rapha knows it though, so it's good. Maxter doesn't have rail, so he needs to chill now. He needs to make sure to not die. He just needs to make sure to play chilled, and maybe
luckily for him, that's the style he wants to play most of the time.
Yeah, this is what I want to say. Maybe he can get a heavy timing, which he has. Rapha probably knows that Mega was delayed anyway, so they are still in the same spot. Like Rapha making sure that Maxter cannot pass to the rail, but
oh my god, so much damage.
Whoa. He still has his totem.
This machine gun damage is also really important, because a lot of players, maybe they would spam the rockets and that would give Rapha an opening to push there, but the machine gun damage is constantly withering down stack. Great rocket.
Yeah, we already can see that rocket is super strong. Like this previous fight gave Maxter an advantage only thanks to rockets.
And now he has a rail and he managed to get it without actually dying.
Yep. Maxter doing everything he should. He needs to get the timing back again of heavy.
There's a chance for Rapha now to get to the Mega before it spawns.
Yeah,
Oh, but he's taking a little bit. It took
the
so
route,
long.
The route is super easy to predict for Maxter and defend.
I think he took too long because he went for the light first, and then he didn't, went to the jump pad instantly.
He could also rocket jump top.
Yeah, I expected him to rocket jump, but we didn't see any rocket jump, so it just took a very long time. But now it should be the same, right? Now he has more stack, he doesn't need to light, but okay, he's chasing instead, that's fine.
He's applying a lot of pressure at the moment. And Maxter, thanks to that, just took heavy because Rapha just simply rushed Mega Health, and he kinda gonna give up to items now. Yep.
Oh man.
And he still pushed it.
Push.
I don't know.
I think the better move would have probably to go for the heavy and then push the Mega. Maybe rocket jump or something. Pushing directly in a map as big as Molten Falls, because it's the problem with the map, right? It's really easy to just run away and run circles around your opponent. Okay,
so the push on Mega long term was good because it allowed him to get back to the heavy and have some time to fight.
And now he should be able to get a frag. Unless Maxter pulls a miracle.
Maxter gonna pull off miracle here. Oh.
He ran out of rockets, so no miracles allowed.
Not this time, yep. Okay, this heavy is super important. I think Maxter will try to rail it off at least 2 times.
There's one.
Yep.
There's 2.
Whoa.
Okay, the third doesn't hit yet.
But he's still gonna go for it, yeah.
Oh, he has to. He wants one. Whoa. He hits 4. You said he had to push and maybe try to go for 2 rails, and he actually hits 4 of them.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is yep.
That little micro movement there completely makes Rapha whiff the shot.
Maxter just hitting shit tons of rails. And
I mean that's his game plan, right? He's defensively he's very good with the spam and with the rails. And he's really making Rapha struggle.
Yeah, you know what? It even feels like Maxter prefers to play out of control because he wants people to be on items and he wants to deal damage to them and then finish them off. So it's like opposite to Rapha, who wants to be on items and he wants to chase the items. It feels like those styles just kind of clashed here on this matchup.
Yeah, like when you see Rapha low, instead of going out of control, you see him just rush an item so he can die and actually push for the next item. Yeah. But Maxter, he much prefers to just play defensive. He can do all the damage that we know he can do.
Okay. Yeah, we can already see that there is a lot of pressure applied on Rapha, and he expects Maxter to hit everything basically. Whoa! Again to rails. Super difficult situation for Rapha now because the green is coming up and he can actually apply more pressure on heavy. He decided to back off. No, he comes back actually.
And another rail.
Yeah. And another.
2 rails again. Oh my god.
Almost 3. He's gonna rush through the LG. Rapha has to concede it, please. He cannot because it's 7th minute already. He needs to wait for this green. He needs to deal some damage on the rotation from Mega to Heavy.
That's the only silver lining in the game right now for Rapha, is that despite all of this, he's only down by 1 frag, and there's still 3 minutes to go.
Okay, so he decided to go for second armor instead of dealing damage.
I like this. Give Maxter the item. See what he does with it.
Yeah.
Because maybe you will make a couple
Probably
of
nothing.
mistakes.
Probably gonna run till the end of the match. Okay. It's good use of ability right before the Mega Health. Whoa.
Oh no,
the gun switches. The gun switches made
that is unlucky. And Maxter is the one hitting.
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel for Rapha in this matchup. I think Maxter is very hard to play against when he's hitting everything.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
He just wanted to die there, right? Because he needed a fresh start.
I wanted to say he cannot. One day I will hit the rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely cannot hit anything at the moment. So
Maxter is already really hard to play when he's hitting, but on top of that, if you're not hitting anything, it's impossible.
But it also feels for me like those exchanges were only won by Maxter with railguns mostly. So
Yeah.
Rapha should actually refuse to take such fights. Like this last fight was unnecessary. I know it got a little bit into his nerves that his shots are not connecting, but still in perfect world, I think he should. Or such shots, you know, such exchanges, like mega hell to rail or like rail to heavy. He cannot take those fights with Maxter because Maxter is just waiting for it.
Yeah, but with the style that Rapha imprints in the game, it
Yeah.
becomes that's the
It becomes
one of
affordable, yeah.
yeah, it becomes very predictable. That's one of the ways people usually try to exploit Rapha because they know which item he's gonna go for, and so the routes become a little bit predictable at times. And Max is just doing max damage every time.
That's why I think if there was a match Maxter against Kilsen, that would look slightly different. Because Kilsen is not pushing chokes, he's not pushing
Yeah.
items that hard. He's like, you know, dodging much more in the fights. Like, you know, he's like not as open for the hit.
I think they play pretty similar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think Maxer is he's a little better when he's in control, but not. I don't think he's as good defensively. I think he's more balanced
Exactly.
than Kilson overall.
This is what I wanted to say. He's a little bit better in control, and Kilsen is a bit better when he's like playing
Yeah.
his defensive rail heavy style. Okay, so it seems like it's 3-0 for Rapha. We know from the last match he won against Sirius 3-0, right?
Yeah.
So I think in this case, Wenger has huge chance to be top one.
Yeah, I think if Venger wins, beats Sirius, whether it's 2-0, 2-1 or 3-0, he is top one.
Yeah, interesting. The top four will be fighting for the end, till the very last week. I think it's gonna be Rapha, Kilsen, Wenger, and then we got Maxter, Reizi, Zenaku. Or Zenaku doesn't have chance anymore for top four.
It depends how the last games go. Because if Kilson loses,
Yeah.
and if Reizi wins, no, I don't think he has anymore.
Okay. Anyway, interesting game. It was like what I really wanted to see from Rapha is the way he played against Kilsen. I think that was the best game in a long time from Rapha. He was so balanced there. He was so composed because Kilsen was trying to pull off the same game exactly as Maxter.
Yeah.
But in a perfect moment when it was like about winning or losing, Rapha was holding himself and he was like giving the space to Kilsen. As you said like few minutes ago, okay, Maxter has control. Let's see what he's gonna do with it now. And you know, and it's even if you have control, maybe you are not feeling comfortable to play with control. And as we saw, the control made Maxter slow down the game actually. When he doesn't have control, he's just coming and making damage. And in this case, he just didn't really want to push or lose the control. So I think that was the difference in a match Rapha against Kilsen, where he was composed and at the very right moment, he was given this control and he knew when to be aggressive and not to be aggressive. And in this case, I think he tried to put a little bit more pressure on Maxter. And as we spoke, if you cannot hit your shots, you need to figure out something else, and Rapha is super good with it, so I'm sure on the grand finals he will adapt to it, and even if he's not hitting his shots, he will find a way around to get himself to the victory, so I'm super excited for the finals.
Yeah, I completely agree. The way he played versus Kilson is would have been probably the best approach to this game. You know, just giving the other player some more items to work with because you know they're not that comfortable to push you, but he decided to be the one trying to go for the items. And if he was hitting, I think he could have won a map, maybe won the whole series. But not only was not hitting anything, as Maxer was hitting everything. So knowing this now, it's no surprise that Maxer won 3-0, but it's still a very big upset and a huge score for Maxter.
Exactly. Do you think this patch favors Rapha, or do you think it doesn't make a difference for him and it's just matter of practicing more and getting used to it and it takes him a bit more time to adapt?
I think this patch is not favorable for... It's very favorable for Rockets and for Rail, not so much for LG. So it's a lot more about going in or staying at range.
Okay.
So I think it probably favors players like Maxter and Kilson and Venture more than Rapha,
Hmm.
just because rails are still very useful, and if
Yeah.
mid range doesn't work as well, it's still hard to close the distance.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you, Bruno. Hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed the match. I was super interested to see how the match gonna go.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching, guys.